My name is JC Hoagland. I'm the athletic director and head baseball coach in the R1 School District. And today I'm going to talk about the life of former St. Louis Cardinal broadcaster and really public speaking icon, broadcaster Jack Buck. For many of us, baseball, and for me especially, defined our youth. The sounds, the smells, growing up listening to Jack Buck on KMLX, and Donovan was really something that's a great memory of mine. Hearing the crack of the bat, the crowd, the roar of the crowd, all those things are that really stick in my mind. Jack Buck was a really amazing speaker. He had a booming voice that carried, and for those of you who know who he is and can remember Cardinal games, I grew up in the 80s and can remember hearing late nights on the radio, hearing Jack Buck's voice, and that's what I think Cardinal fans remember most about the baseball is a lot of times hearing Jack Buck's voice. Jack Buck was born in Holyoke, Massachusetts in 1924. He right out of just as a little bitty guy, he was already sneaking into Red Sox games when he could, and his dad took him to Red Sox games a lot, so automatically he developed an amazing affinity for baseball. After high school, he enlisted in the military and received, I think, 2 Purple Hearts, if that can be possible, but I believe Jack Buck did in World War II. He was wounded twice, wounded once, and then went back and was wounded once again at the Battle of Rimingen. Upon returning, he enrolled at Ohio State University, where he got a degree in radio broadcasting, and soon thereafter he started working for baseball affiliates and got on with a Cardinal affiliate in Cleveland, Ohio, and he broadcasted for several years there. In Rich Wolf's book, Remembering Jack Buck, there's a collection of stories about Jack and his ability to just win people over. He had such a way, and he worked with several famous broadcasters in the early years, like Harry Carey and Joe Garagiola, and later worked with former Cardinal player Mike Shannon. MLB.com talks about the amazing part of Jack's life is that he was married twice. He had 7 children, and his youngest son Joe, if any of you really watch football now, he's the main guy with Troy Aikman on Sunday afternoons doing football games. And Joe also, after his dad passed, he did a lot of Cardinal games for many years. Jack Buck loved all sports, and it was his passion. But he began his St. Louis Cardinal career in 1954, and he worked with Harry Carey and Joe Garagiola, like I said. In 1969, Harry Carey was fired, and that began the main career of Jack Buck as we know it. He became the lead man, and he worked alongside Mike Shannon until he developed Parkinson's and passed on. Jack was an absolute broadcasting icon. He worked several Super Bowls, several World Series, and he has some amazing calls that people remember from how he just has an affinity in how he speaks. There's one in particular that in the World Series in 1989 from the Los Angeles Dodgers was playing the Oakland Athletics, and Kirk Gibson limped to the plate, couldn't hardly walk, and it's just a memorable call. Dennis actually throws a pitch, and Kirk Gibson hits a home run with a sprained knee, a cracked wrist, and something else, and it's one of those things that live forever. Jack Buck said, "I don't believe what I just saw." And if you ever watch sports today, you can still hear that said quite a bit. He has several famous quotes. Probably the most famous thing with Jack was months before his death and after 9/11, the baseball shut down for probably about a week or so. No one played any baseball, colleges didn't play, and upon returning to the field, he was ailing bad with Parkinson's. This was late 2001, and he delivered a speech that was probably perceived as one of the best speeches in history. He referenced the Bible, and it was just really, really, really powerful. And what he was talking about was, did he feel like did we feel as a country we should be here? playing baseball, and they feel like it was time for that. And he even said that he goes, "Should we be here?" The question is, should we be here? And it was kind of rhetorical. What he was wanting people to realize is that we had to start getting back to normal and moving forward. In closing, for me, falling asleep to Jack Buck on summer nights is a great memory of my childhood, and as well as many others. To me, his voice will live in infamy. Thank you.